Hey, this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. If you an Xbox boy, you need to get hype. If you a Nintendo boy, you need to get hype. Get hype, get hype, get hype. If you a Sony pony, giddy up, giddy up. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype, get hype, get hype, get hype. Get hype, man, it's about to go down. I said the haters gonna hate, they hating on the T-flops. They can't stop us because we got the exclusives, the games, the storytelling, minds blowing. Understand them Xbox boys, they trying to destroy us. Nintendo boys, we still stand tall. Boys in red. Hey, this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. If you a Xbox boy, you need to get hype. If you a Nintendo boy, you need to get hype. Get hype, get hype, get hype. If you a Sony pony, giddy up, giddy up. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype, get hype, get hype, get hype. Get hype, man, it's about to go down. I said the haters gonna hate, they hating on the T-flops. They can't stop us because we got the exclusives, the games, the storytelling, minds blowing. Understand them Xbox boys, they trying to destroy us. Nintendo boys, we still stand tall. Boys in red, you know how we do it. Let's get it on, let's get it popping. And this is why we gotta get hype, man. Let's get it on, man. Ayy. Hey, 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 you need to get hype.
Finally get paid for the get down. You can't tell me now about time. Do you know how many lines I done put down? Vibes I done sent out, but we ain't here to dig. I'll up the market till they come red carpet the kids. Success still the target, soon I'll be crossing that bridge. But can't bring everybody with me, family only. I got some people think I owe a favor, barely know me. That's why my focus on the road, it's all I know. I see them sticking close to play the wall and watch my growth. Cause I got something they never had. So get on the beat and I need a helipad. I float, I'm fly, you know where I'm from, so it comes as no surprise. I diss out with a mean vernacular, dream spectacular. I keep a queen and passenger, FL capital Y. Anywhere I am, jam, that's for sure. Turn me on, better set the mood from the door. That's just how it goes.
Glad I've been keeping it playing so long. Out here in this world, I feel it ain't a place that I could roam. But ain't nothing like you when I'm at home. It ain't nothing like you when I'm at home.
That's why I came out stepping. I can't be doing things regular for you. I want the magic to last. I know how time try and ruin things. It get repetitive, got you tempted to doing things. I can't get reckless without you, wouldn't be no music thing. Plus, remember, we made promises way back then. And I still owe that 5-bed house with 2-3 kids. We got a fairy tale plan that's gonna change up the order they sort the mail in. Plus, I know loyalty not as valued as what it was. We not influenced by what they do, cause it's only us. I still hear poetry when I'm looking into them eyes. I still get lost in the thought of you, it's so much to find. And yeah, you know you fine, but still I must remind that we can live this forever and feel this forever and ever and ever. And still that won't leave me enough of time to tell you all the ways I feel. Why would I throw that away for thrills? Trying to play the field.
Glad I've been keeping it playing so long. Out here in this world, I feel it ain't a place that I could roam. But ain't nothing like you when I'm at home. It ain't nothing like you when I'm at home.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, Marlon. We are back at it again with another edition of the show. So, if this is your first time watching, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Turn on that post notification bell so you never miss out on the daily updates that we have in the land of PlayStation and Xbox as well as PC. If that is something that intrigues you, then this is the place for you. Welcome back to the channel, guys. All right, man. So we do have some topics to go over and discuss. So I hope all of you guys are doing well. Please do me a favor and smash up that like button. Okay, man. So we got some huge, once again, like I told you guys, when it comes to PS5 Pro and what it's able to do in terms of the hardware, I will update you guys whenever new games or new updates drops for games. I'll update you guys. So this is definitely huge. We have a game that we're going to be talking about. And like I said, this is one of the main reasons why you sign up for the Pro, so that you can get, better frame rates, better resolutions and stuff like that. So we're going to be digging into that. And we're also going to be talking about just showing another huge performance when it comes to the PS5 Pro in terms of 8K, upscale 8K, and not only that too, but just the RT performance of the Pro and what it's able to do. So we're going to be digging into that as well, and also some more updates. We're going to be talking about a new PS Portal that is apparently going to get revealed soon or something like that. Not like a new iteration or anything like that, but we're going to be digging into that here today. We're also going to be talking about a PlayStation 5 Slim deal that I think you guys should pay attention to if you're in the market for a PlayStation 5 console. I mean, especially now with Black Friday and everything else that's going on, I think you guys should pay attention to like all the sales and stuff like that. There's tons of games. Memberships are on sale right now. I mean, everything, especially on the Xbox Live, just on the marketplace, Microsoft Store on the Xbox. There's tons of sales. I mean, stuff like upwards of 75% off games. So make sure you're checking out, sales on the PS5 and sales on the Xbox as well. So make sure you're maximizing everything when it comes to these games, because believe me when I tell you, I do know that these games are very, very expensive to say the least. So make sure you're doing that as well. Also, we do have to understand that, well, I wouldn't say it's a big goodbye. It's a goodbye from PlayStation. And we have a legend, Shuhei Yoshida-san, literally retiring from PlayStation. So we're going to be digging into that. Shouts to the legend himself, Shuhei Yoshida. Thank you so much for everything that you have done for PlayStation and gaming. I did put out a tweet yesterday when I found out about it. So we're going to be digging into that here today as well. We're also going to talk about what Sony is doing for 30 years of PlayStation. They did drop some new info in regards to the PlayStation 2. And this basically piggybacks off of what Jim Ryan was saying initially when he was getting ready to retire. And so, we're going to be digging into that, as well as a full 30th anniversary sort of webpage going over every single history of PlayStation, which I think is definitely really, really cool. We're also going to be tying in with Neil Druckmann. Yes, Neil Druckmann is pretty much excited about his next project. And that gets me excited because he is like, man, this is the best one yet. I actually thought Last of Us Part 1 and 2 was like the biggest, or even the Uncharted series. But nah, bro. Naughty Dog is like, this one right here, yeah, it's going to be huge. And I mean, to be honest, like when you think about the future of gaming and where gaming is heading, and not only that too, but 2025 and beyond, it's about to be crazy, man. There's a lot of stuff to look forward to in regards to these consoles and these games. And I think 2025 is going to be a huge year. I think it's going to be a year that we'll never forget. We're going to see some games that are going to really showcase what these consoles really can do. And not only is it just consoles, but also PC hardware as well. We got 5090. We got, AMD coming out with their 8000 series graphics cards and stuff like that. So it's going to be crazy. Right now, it's like we're approaching the end of the year. stuff is kind of dying out. I mean, everybody, I've already played all the games, and every new piece of technology that has released this year, everybody's just kind of like, all right, we have already experienced all this stuff. We're ready for the next stuff. So yeah, I think next year is definitely going to be huge for everyone. And so, yeah, the hype level is definitely real for that aspect of everything. We're also going to be digging into PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra and Essentials games for December. So if you are a PS Plus subscriber, you want to pay attention towards the latter part of the show. So I definitely do appreciate you guys on that one. And, I do have to say this because I think that right now, this is where it gets exciting for me as a content creator, as a gamer, as an enthusiast. Like, I cannot wait. I'm sitting here saying to myself, like, all the games that, I've been playing over the years, games that has, raised the bar for me, games that were just kind of like mediocre, not as good. And to see where technology is going right now, AI is like so relevant more than ever now. It's fixing to be even more crazier, guys. I mean, there's stuff that I'm just like, wow, I can't wait to experience it. And I can't wait for you guys to experience it. When it comes to the world of PlayStation, I think that next year will be the year for PlayStation. Not only because of the rumors, but only because of the roadmap that we kind of already know about in our heads. Games that are well overdue to be shown. We definitely want to see what Sony have next in the barrel when it comes to games, because now that we have the hardware, we have the base PS5, we have the PS5 Pro. Yeah, man, I want to see what's up with Housemarque. How is Housemarque doing? Fire Sprite, what's up with Fire Sprite? We heard that they're working on something. What's up with Blue Point Games? Like, come on, Naughty Dog, we know they're working on new projects right now. It's fixing to be crazy. They also have another game that I believe new, and it's already been in development for at least like 4 years now. So that's pretty exciting to say the least. And, Santa Monica, like a lot of Sony's first party big studios is set to take center stage when it comes to a lot of these games. I want to see games going into next year. I'm tired of the freaking excuses at this point, and it's just time to really deliver. Now that you have the hardware, now that we can, we have a cushion to really deliver 4K 60, whether it's upscale 4K 60 or native 4K 60. Now that we have that sorted out, now it's time for the games and to really deliver on the promises of PlayStation, because we already know Xbox, we're not even talking about Xbox, because Xbox has a crap ton of games coming out, whether it's obviously coming on PlayStation or Nintendo or wherever the case may be. Like, we're getting the games. All right. That's all that matters, especially on the Xbox side. Sony is the one that needs to step it up now. They are the ones. I don't want to hear nobody making no excuses for Sony. Now is the time, right? Going into 2025, you need to be dropping nothing but bombs in 2025, especially with Ghost of Yotei obviously starting off the whole situation where they're saying that they're going to have major new IPs every single year moving forward. That's how it needs to be. So Ghost of Yotei, you have Death Stranding 2, which is obviously, basically, I guess we can assume time exclusive, considering, Kojima have the IP now, but nevertheless, there are games that I'm looking forward to. Blue Point, new IP. Like, what's up with that? Like, can I see that? I want to see that now. But I think don't show, don't tell is Sony's newest motto, and we have to understand and we have to roll with it. As much as we don't like it, you don't have to like it. You just have to accept it, right? And I think right now, don't show, don't tell. There's just a lot of games that Sony is just keeping close to the chest right now that they don't want to show. They're not ready to show. Even Neil Druckmann said it himself. Like, he was ready to show off his newest project that he got ready to go, and Sony's like, nope, we ain't ready for you to show that yet. So, and I think from the whole Cyberpunk situation, I think we can all learn from Cyberpunk. I think what Cyberpunk sold, like 30 million copies or something like that at this point. That's just insane. But I think from that perspective of rushing and being greedy and putting out garbage, and then now you have to work twice as hard to win the trust of gamers. I don't want to see that nonsense again. Sorry, man. I'm just keeping it a buck. I want to see that nonsense again in 2025 and beyond, bro. Stand behind your product. And that's one thing I can say about Sony right now, which, like I said, we want to see the games, because we have the hardware and we just want games. But at the same time, them keeping the games closer to their chests means that they can be the best that they can possibly be before it's revealed to the world, because the world is a very unforgiving place. The internet is a very unforgiving place. And it's every man for themselves. You do something wrong and you will be chastised to the fullest extent of the internet law. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter who you are. You do something wrong and the internet will keep receipts, and they will remember this and they'll remember that, so you literally have to be walking on eggshells, or literally have to be freaking near perfect, infinite perfect. You literally have to be a pure soul in order to exist on the internet. Otherwise, you're going to get this. Literally, it's game over. Let's just say that it's literally game over. And so I do have to understand that it is a double-edged sword. Like, on one hand, it's getting kind of dry. Hey, where are the major announcements? Where are the new games? Blah, blah, blah. But games take time, right? And I understand that. I know how it works. I've been a part of this industry for over 17 and a half years now. So I know the game. And been going to E3, ever since 2006. Can't believe I'm actually saying that. Sound like a grandpa at this moment, but it's the truth. I've been doing this professionally since 2006, the early parts of 2006. So yeah, man. I'm guessing I'm gonna be like Shuhei Yoshida soon. Like, before I blink my eyes, I'm gonna be like, yo, all right, this is 30 years doing this. Maybe, I'm going to have to hang my hat up at some point. But yeah, I can't believe it's been 17 years since I've been doing gaming, just talking about video games, going to E3, and even having a YouTube channel and doing all this stuff, but I do love what I do. And when you love what you do, it just keeps you going, it just keeps you going, man. So hopefully Sony can really blow the lid off next year. And, that could be a stepping stone for them from all the other years, 2024, 2023, because, man, we were eating really good on the PlayStation side back in 2020. Oh, Lord have mercy. 2020 was great. Obviously, the launch period, we had great launch games to play on the PS5 going into 2021. I mean, oh, my God, that's when everything just started taking off from there. And one of the highlight reels for me in the year of 21 was, for me, it was Returnal. You know what I mean? Just digging into the history of the PS5 for me. Obviously, it's not as great. And also, to commemorate 30 years of PlayStation, which Sony is doing right now, I'm just kind of giving my 2 cents on the whole generation for me. Arguably, the best generation, hands down, is definitely PS2. It just is what it is. That's just my opinion. Everybody have their own. I got mine. Now, PS2 is just the GOAT for me. I mean, it's, if you ask me as a PlayStation gamer, like, what is your favorite PlayStation console? It'd definitely be PS2, then PS1, and then all the other ones, 3, 4, 5, in that order. But yeah, reason why I'm doing PS2 instead of PS1 is because PS2 just elevated PS1 in so many ways. Not even just graphics, gameplay, but storytelling and just the overall production of the games. I mean, the largest library of games ever made. You kidding me? PS2 is where it's at least for me. Not only that, but I was in a dark space in my life, back in the day. 24 years to date, which is insane, when the PS2 came out. And I was very young back then. And yeah, I'm not just going to get any personal information, but just know that, yeah, PS2 kind of really put a smile on my face. and has gotten me out of a lot of trouble and has kept me focused and kept me going. And obviously praying, reading my Bible, staying focused, going to church, stuff like that. But at the same time, staying grounded in gaming. PS2 was where it's at. Yeah, my PS1 was phenomenal. I had some great experiences on PS1, and obviously it started with PS1, but man, something about that PS2, I just cannot get over it. From opening up the disk drive to powering on the PS2, popping in a disc, blue bottom disc, silver bottom disc, doesn't matter what kind of color disc it was. And the fact that it was fully backwards compatible, you know, with the PS1 made me just forget about the PS1 for a minute and just really focus on how amazing the PS2 was. You know, being able to play with friends online. I mean, it was just so much stuff. The design of the console was legendary. It was just a legendary time of Sony. And then obviously once we got into the PS3 generation, that's when things got better. I would say a little bit better in terms of like how the games look and how you control the games. But I just felt like it wasn't as great as the PS2 generation. Like, yes, PS3 was wonderfully glorious. Nothing touches PS2. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And PS5, not even close. PS5 generation ain't even close. In that order, man. I'm serious. PS4 was legend. I would say it's almost close for me when it comes to PS3 and PS4. Almost close. But, you know, PS3 kind of edged it out because, you know, you think about MotorStorm and SOCOM and Killzone and those legendary games. Yeah, we had Killzone on PS4, but it garbage compared to how it was on PS2 and PS3. You know, I'm just keeping it a buck, man. So, yeah, not even close. OK, so there were certain mishaps during the PS3 generation. Sony just being cocky and arrogant and whatever the case may be. And literally there were some dry spells during the PS3 generation. But hey, they bounced back. You know, there was a lot of droughts as far as I can remember. And, you know, it took some time for the big stuff to drop. And let's just say, when the big stuff dropped, I mean, it was exciting because, you know, we knew how good the PS3 was and how much of a beast the cell processor was. And at the time, it was a very expensive machine. And I did everything I could to get my hands on one. I mean, people were fighting over it. I mean, it was just very, very bad back then. But here we are, you know, 5 generations later. And yeah, Sony, not even close to what they were when we were talking about PS1, PS2, and PS3 generation, and even PS4. Nothing close. But let's hope that moving forward, like I said, in 2025, Sony can actually pick up the torch and try to do something special this generation, because I just feel like there's not a lot of wow factors. Like, oh my God, wow. Like, especially when it comes to first party stuff. I'm just keeping it a buck. Nothing close to PS2, PS3, or even PS4. Yes, there are some highlighted games. Like one of the biggest highlights of this generation for me, this is just my opinion, is Returnal. That's a game that, yes, we had God of War Ragnarok and stuff, but that's all cross-generation stuff. You know, talking about stuff built specifically for the console. Yeah, man, that's the pinnacle right there. Freaking Returnal. That game, I don't care what nobody want to say. Obviously, it might not be your cup of tea, but that's the game. That and Ratchet and Clank made me say, wow. Like, oh my God. Like, you know, wow. And, you know, Ragnarok, Horizon, Forbidden West, Burning Shores. I mean, I can sit here all day long. Gran Turismo 7, you know. But the problem is with those games where they were cross-gen. They looked amazing, but they were cross-generation stuff. And during that period of 2022, I felt like Sony was heating up because Jim Ryan was in. And, you know, at the time, a lot of people was upset with Jim Ryan because Jim would say certain things and then go back on what he said. And typically, a lot of these execs, well, that's just what they do, right? They say one thing and then they go back on their word on what they said before. And a lot of people was like, well, I thought you said this game was only going to be for PS5 and this and that. And well, yeah, But I felt like if God of War Ragnarok was PS5 only, GT7 was PS5 only, Horizon Forbidden West was PS5 only, yeah, I feel like the impact would have been a lot more bigger for the for Sony, and even moving more PS5s. Just my opinion. I mean, they still sold very well and is still one of the best generations for them in terms of console sales and everything like that. And they're actually way off from hitting, PS4 numbers, but I feel like going into next year is very crucial. Year 5, very crucial. Stop wasting time. Now it's 30 years of PlayStation come December 3rd. Stop wasting our time and we won't waste yours. Deliver the goods, man, now. Right? 5th year. Can't believe I'm saying it. Time flies, man. 5th year. Deliver on your promises. You said that you are going to stick to what you do best. And what you do best is your single player AAA games. That's the backbone of PlayStation, is your single player games. Not even multiplayer. But I feel like when it comes to multiplayer, it's been very lackluster this generation. Don't care who want to get mad. I'm just speaking my thoughts here, and I'm speaking from my heart here. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to disagree with me. You could just be deaf to this whole thing. But I just feel like, it really pains my heart to really see 30 years later how Sony has dropped the ball when it comes to multiplayer, right? There were some phenomenal multiplayer experiences. You're talking about Twisted Metal. You're talking about MotorStorm, SOCOM, Resistance. I can do this all day long. You know what I mean? Like, those are some of the Warhawk, MAG, and all these games that we played in the past. The little bit of ray of hope that I've gotten this generation was from Helldivers. Helldivers 2 literally brought me back to the golden years of PlayStation when it comes to multiplayer. And PS3 just highlighted that for me. I mean, PS3 was definitely the stronger PS2. And minusing a lot of the library of games, but being even more powerful and also being able to give us a better online infrastructure. I think that was awesome. And, I miss those games. And I felt like playing Helldivers 2 when I was playing it, because I actually haven't played it in a while now. But when I was playing it and I was seasoned to playing it and playing it every day, it just brought me back. Brought me back to Killzone. It brought me back to Resistance. And I'm like, man, this is so fun being able to play, with you guys and just talk and just, come over here. Let's go over here. And oh my God, tornado is coming and this and that. It was just so freaking fun, man. And, these companies, it's a crying shame because do you guys miss what's fun? Can you guys go back to what worked and try to make it better? It's not hard. Do what you want to do because, it's a big screw you to the fans, right? It's just like, oh yeah, we're all about growth and we're all about making our investors happy, right? I mean, let's face the truth, man. This is all facts. Like, these companies, all they care about is growth, right? And making their investors and their shareholders happy. That's it. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. All they care about is making sure that you are paying that evergreen money every single month, right? Whether that's PS Plus, Game Pass, Nintendo Switch Online. That's the ugly truth. They don't care about your feelings and they don't care about you. That's all there is to it. And the older I get, the more I realize that. So you gotta treat it like that, man. You gotta treat how these companies treat you. You give them what they give you. That's it. But it's all right as consumers to speak up. When I used to speak up and stuff like that boldly, people would say, "Oh, well, you're hating, and you're bashing and you're this and that." So I just stopped doing it. I just stopped doing it. I'm tired of the complaining and the whining and bickering and negative Nancy's. So I stopped and just say, you know what? Screw it. Why waste my time? Right? Ain't nothing going to change. Right? And most importantly, if the bigger channels ain't speaking it up, then why should I speak up and say something? You know what I mean? And stuff is the way it is right now. You know what I mean? So definitely not going to be a yes boy. I'm always going to speak up about how I feel. And, you know, some people, they're in their high chairs in the industry and they got there by just saying yes to every single thing. Oh, I can't be negative, or I can't give my opinion, or I can't give, you know, just how I genuinely do feel. I got to lie and I got to fake it till I make it. Yeah. I just wrapped up everything in a big bow. The industry, 30 years of PlayStation, and just how I generally feel. There it is. One big box full of nonsense. And let's see what happens. You know, take all the nonsense and put them in there in time. That's it. That's all we can do. And hope for the best for 2025. So, know that was a long intro, but let's get right off into the news, man. Do me a favor. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Hit the share button. And let's get this going. All right. So let's talk about the PS5 Pro. Now, I told you guys I'm a man of my word. I keep my promises. Can't say the same for everybody else, but I do the best I can for you guys. Always. So told you guys, you know, when the console PS5 Pro was coming out, been talking about it for a year and a half now. And console's been getting a lot of hate, getting bashed on, everything like that, getting hated on, whatever the case may be. It's not for everybody. Oh, it's this, it's fake, it's garbage, whatever. Doesn't matter. Try to keep you guys up to date. Small, big, doesn't matter. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and let's dive into our first topic of today. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Now, there's just a couple of things that I want to highlight here. One, what I'm about to talk about right now is really going to show you how impressive the hardware is of the PlayStation 5. Like we talked about it yesterday. Now we're talking about another game that's being analyzed via PS5 Pro when it comes to the patch. We're also having another game that's newly patched for PS5 Pro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this in reverse order. And we're going to talk about the first game, the newly announced game. Not new in terms of release, but you know, in terms of PS5 Pro enhancements and things of that nature. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, so as you guys can see here, bringing Warhammer 40,000 Dark Tide to PS5 and PS5 Pro. It says, while developing Dark Tide for PS5, we focus on delivering the best possible experience to players. We spent a great deal of time and effort in adapting the game to PS5 hardware. PS5 users have the freedom to choose between performance mode running at 60 frames per second on a 1440p resolution and quality mode running at 30 FPS on a 4K resolution. For those of you with a PS5 Pro, we harness the PSSR technology to get Warhammer 40,000 Dark Tide running at a steady, look at this, pay attention, steady 4K 60 FPS. 4K resolution at 60 FPS. Now, pause. When we signed up for this generation, we signed up for 4K 60. Are we getting 4K 60 on every single game? No, we're not. But this is where the Pro comes in. The Pro should have been the console of choice since the very beginning, back in 2020, when the console launched, November 12, 2020. Now, it gets me excited to see more and more games are running at 4K 60 FPS. Whether it's upscale, it doesn't matter, because on the base PS5, everything is upscale, right? Except for first party, right? But other than that, everything is running at a lower resolution or it is either being upscaled by FSR or whatever the case may be. But on the base PS5, you clearly heard them saying 60 FPS at 1440p resolution in the performance mode, which that's the sweet spot. 1440p is a great resolution. And again, the base PS5 is showing its strength here. And if that's you, 1440p is wonderful. But I'm all about that 4K. I needs that 4K, whether it's upscale 4K or native 4K, that's where it's at, you know, this current generation. And like I told y'all, the base PS5 is just fine for the majority of you, especially if you are a casual fan or whatever the case may be. So that's a huge plus for PlayStation 5 Pro. when it comes to Warhammer 40,000 Dark Tide for PS5 and PS5 Pro. So huge for PS5 Pro. Now, oh boy, this gets me smiling on this 30th year of PlayStation, because this is a legendary game that was introduced to us on the PlayStation 1. What game is that? Wait for it. Boom. So this come from Eurogamer.net. This was a long read, but I kind of just pinpointed some of the highlight reels of what the PS5 Pro is doing here in terms of 8K, which is just nuts. It says when playing with RT enabled or at 8K, the game outputs at 60 Hertz with a minimum 60 FPS frame rate. It's almost, listen to this, it's almost always locked at 60 FPS, even in the 8K mode, but it's possible to see drops in very select scenarios. Example, watching a replay of a full stand-in start in the wet. At worst, 8K mode can drop into the 50s during gameplay, but you will still be within the range of VRR to make these drops less noticeable, given the internal resolution is 4K. That's pretty impressive. The cinematic angles offered in replays tend to run worse than the usual chase, bumper, or cockpit cameras, with PSSR tending to offer a better performance here. So that is really impressive that the PS5 Pro is running majority of the time at 8K with an internal resolution at 4K. So that is really impressive, because obviously the image quality looks better than native 4K, right? At this 8K mode. And for majority, I need y'all to understand what I'm saying right now. Listen, man. Y'all don't even understand right now. I wish I need to hook up my stream decks back on here. Y'all sleeping today. Listen, bro. This is just the beginning, okay? This is just the beginning stages of the PS5 Pro. Can you imagine, bro, we're doing upscale 8K. This is what, the fifth game now, right? Or fourth or fifth game that we have running at upscale, a higher resolution than 4K. And you're getting that at 60 FPS. So for those of you with 8K TV, I can't believe I'm talking about 8K. While it's not native 8K, but it looks better than 4K, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it really shows you the strength of what this machine can do. And Mark Cerny did not lie to us. That man, I'm so blessed to be in the position that I'm in, because I met Mark Cerny years ago. I think it was back in 2014. Around the PS4 generation was when, I think it was, 2014, 2015, somewhere in that region. I met Mark Cerny at E3 at an Ubisoft event. Man, that man is really the GOAT. Every single thing that man said is all facts when it comes to the base PS5, everything that he said in the road to PS5, and also the PS5 Pro. That man is excellent at what he does, because in that particular breakdown for the PS5 Pro, he clearly stated, if you want a much more sharper image quality, that's what we're getting right now. He did not lie. Is PSSR perfect right now? No, it's not, because there's different. We heard from a developer recently. He didn't want to talk about his new game that he was working on, but he did say that PSSR is mind-blowing. There's so many different iterations of it right now. And by the time we get to a year or two from now, it's going to be even more impressive. And the fact that we are where we are right now, we're just in the beginning stages, and we're seeing such impressive performance. Gran Turismo 7, and arguably, you don't have to believe me. Take it from Digital Foundry's mouth. They are saying that Gran Turismo 7 is one of the best representation of PS5 Pro. Let that sink in. I know it's a car game, and car games typically really show you what hardware can do, but make no mistake, it's still a video game that is running on the hardware, and at the same time really showing you what it can do. I've seen it with my own two eyes, racing at 4K 60 with ray tracing and all this and stuff like that in the races and stuff. It's really impressive. I don't have an 8K TV to kind of really take advantage of the upscale 8K, but that stuff is really, really impressive. If we're getting upscale 8K right now at 60 frames, what do you think? Hopefully that wakes up the chat. What do you think is going to happen when we get to PlayStation 6? I mean, I can only imagine. It's like, I guess 8K is going to be the norm once we get to PlayStation 6. Like, we're going to see so much more upscale 8K games because we're seeing, quite a few 8K games right now. And the fact that this thing only drops at 10 FPS at best, that is really impressive stuff considering how much stuff is going on in the world. And man, I don't even know what else to say. And on top of that, listen to this one. This is crazy. It says when running in the 120 FPS mode, RT is disabled entirely and both PSSR and TAA hit the 120 FPS target most of the time. This makes for extremely smooth gameplay, especially with VRR enabled. A rainy track can result in drop frames. Okay, so frame drops can typically happen. That's why whenever I'm doing tests and stuff, I typically like to stress the game a bit to kind of see how does the performance actually holds up. And here they go saying the same thing with, listen to this, with native 4K actually running faster than PSSR due to the ladder tech fix. So basically 2 milliseconds per frame. Therefore, I suggest disabling PSSR entirely in 120 FPS mode. That is still really impressive. Now, all things considered, this is one of the best PS5 Pro patches we have seen thus far, with basically every feature of the new console fully utilized. Are y'all hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth? Being fully utilized. Extra RT capability, you know what I'm saying? You got all this compatibility when it comes to RT, the image quality, the options, higher performance, VR improvements. Hello, those of you who spend, a lot of money, $600 on the PSVR 2 when it first came out, those early adapters, people who just got on the VR bandwagon to hear this. It shows you that the PS5 Pro is worth it, especially for games that you are seeing huge performance gains in, especially when it comes to that VR headset, because I played Gran Turismo 7, on the base PS5, and it looked really awesome, right? So again, I know some of you guys have talked about the actual performance when it comes to, the CPU and things of that nature. But like I told y'all, PSSR is helping to mitigate a lot of that, right? PSSR is helping to carry a lot of the load off of the CPU because, hey, especially when you look at the fact that if Sony would have introduced a brand new CPU, right, that would have obviously jumped up the price even more. So it's like you got to give and take when it comes to hardware. No hardware is perfect. So you have to kind of give and take on the performance and, basically what you're actually paying for and what you're actually getting. But Gran Turismo 7, check that box. According to the professionals at Digital Foundry, and I've seen it with my own two eyes, one of the best looking games, one of the best looking patches, one of the best representation that fully utilizes the PS5 Pro hardware. And when you're spending that kind of money, almost $800 on a console, yeah, I think that, that is really awesome to actually highlight, even with the 8K support and the extensive, one mode experience promised by Mark Cerny. It is phenomenal. Definitely a highlight reel. So let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. What do you guys think? All right. Now, let's go ahead and let's move on to our next topic. We're going to talk about this new PS Portal. Okay. Now, I told you guys, according to Bill Kuhn, we're expecting Sony to come out with some fresh new announcements in regards to accessories, right? We talked about the black DualSense, Black DualSense Edge, Pulse Elite, pretty much all the accessories are going black. And so that's pretty much exciting. And that leaves the PS Portal on the bandwagon here. And so there we go. It says right here that the PS Portal getting new color in limited quantity report. So yeah, it seems as though that it's going to be very limited. And once again, this is how Sony gets you. They just come out with these new accessories, new controllers, new this and new that to throw you off and make you want to repurchase something again. Once again, this is Sony right here. So don't know when this is coming out. Obviously, it's going to be before the year is out. But as you guys can see right now, it says a known leaker revealed that the PS Portal is finally coming in a new color soon and in an initially limited quantity. Trusty Deal Labs insider Bill Kuhn is on track to leak almost all of Sony's upcoming plans before they're officially announced. And this time, they are claiming that the PS Portal will be available in black color. So unlike the recent leaks, Bill Kuhn is unable to confirm when Sony plans to launch PS Portal in black, but did say that it will be priced the same as the original white variant. Now, the handheld launched a year ago in a color that matches the standard PS5, and is the only variant is received thus far is highly limited PlayStation 30th anniversary edition in gray. So there you guys go, man. What do you guys think about buying the PS Portal in black? Now, I know a lot of you guys would want more of a internal upgrade when it comes to the PS Portal, like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi 7, maybe OLED screen, stuff like that. Hence why we heard the rumor talking about Sony coming out with, a new handheld, a new PS5 handheld, according to Bloomberg, to kind of rival Nintendo with the Switch 2 and stuff like that. So we'll see. But like I said, Sony's going to have to come really good because Switch 2 is going to sell like crazy. I'm predicting that Switch 2 is going to outdo the original Switch in terms of sales. So yeah, they got that market sold up. So yeah, Sony's going to have to really dig in because Sony can never touch Nintendo, even in the past. PSP was great, but it wasn't touching no Game Boy. It wasn't touching no DS and no DS Lite and all this and that, like 3DS and all that. Like, you ain't touching those consoles, those handhelds. Those handhelds were legendary, So PSP was literally the best that we have gotten from Sony in terms of popularity, in terms of sales and things of that nature. So we'll see what they do. Let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Let's get it popping. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's move on to my man, Shuhei Yoshida-san. Man, this man is definitely a legend. And I haven't had a chance to meet him in person, but people who have met him in person say that he's definitely an amazing person. He's a legend. And so he's stepping down, man. He's retiring. Sad to see, but he's going to still be a part of the industry. And just like Jim Ryan, man, 31 years. I think Jim Ryan was 30 years, but Shuhei Yoshida, 31 years of service, man. Thank you so much, Shuhei Yoshida, for your service and for everything that you have done for gaming and everything like that. So it says, beloved PlayStation executive Shuhei Yoshida leaving Sony. It says, longtime PlayStation executive Shuhei Yoshida basically, is departing from Sony. And after 31 years of service, although understandably the announcement came as a bit of a surprise and in a rather unconventional way in an interview on the PlayStation blog. So, so he will be retiring officially January 15. 2025. And so this was a big PS blog interview that was revolving around Yoshida's story, career at Sony, where he was involved in numerous best-selling video games across various roles. He gained a lot of popularity over the years, especially during his tenure as PlayStation Worldwide Studio boss. And quote, he basically said, I have an announcement to make. Yoshida said, I am leaving Sony Interactive Entertainment on January 15th. 15th, 2025. It's like announcing the launch date of a new game, something I haven't done for a long time, he jokingly added. So there it is, man. Somebody asked him and he said no. They asked him, Shu, you're not retiring, are you? And then he went on ahead and say, no, I would like to stay in the industry, smiley face. So seems like he's going to still be a part of the industry. And then he's just stepping away from Sony. So all good things have to come to an end. I mean, that's just the way it is. But yeah, let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section, man. Great leader, great, amazing leadership. And yeah, I wish him well. And I wish him the best and everything like that. So let's get on with our next news story. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button, hit that share button. And we're going to tie both of these stories into one. So we're talking about the legendary PS2. And then we're also talking about the 30th anniversary of PlayStation. So there you guys go on that one. Let's go ahead and let's get right off into this one. Let me go ahead and put a timestamp on this one, and then we're going to keep on pushing for you guys and girls today. So I thought to myself that this was literally legendary when you really sit down and think about it. 30 years of play. Join us for a journey through PlayStation history and the consoles and games that made us. So obviously they're starting off here with the legendary 1994 PS1. That's where it all started 30 years ago, December 3rd, 1994. 30 years ago, the console became an instant hit and went on to be the breakout product of E3 1995, launched later that year to huge success in North America and Europe. The legendary PS1, man. How can I forget? How can I just act like I don't care, right? 102 million units. Incredible. As you guys can see right here, just changing the game, man. Obviously right here, they're talking about the 32-bit CPU, the 3D graphics, stuff like that. The CD, I remember using a spring to keep up the disk drive for the PS1 so I could swap this out and stuff like that. Magic swap back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, welcome to PlayStation, the different variations of the PS1. We had the PlayStation launch model, which this is obviously my favorite. And then we had obviously the PS1 Slim, and yeah, so on and so forth. So yeah, man, this puts me in mind of my PS1 combo pack and everything like that. Legendary. If you were fortunate to have one of those combo packs, yeah, you're a legend for sure. Take control of play right here. The legendary PS1 controller, being able to just play all those legendary games, Tekken and so on and so forth. The dual analog controller, legendary controller, the DualShock, April of 1997, November of 1997 there, all the different colors. Holy Jesus, I still remember having all of these colors somewhere in the storage. And obviously you have the memory cards. This is why I had to get the PS5 Slim to commemorate this awesome goated era of PlayStation. I mean, look at all this stuff, man. The multi-tab. I remember having the multi-tab, having friends over and playing with the multi-tab and stuff like that. And the PlayStation mouse, having that. Oh my God, the PlayStation analog stick. I mean, I had all this stuff, man. Lara Croft. I mean, all these games. Ridge Racer, Tekken, Wipeout, Tomb Raider, Parappa the Rapper, Resident Evil, Crash Bandicoot, stuff that we talk about on this channel all the time. Final Fantasy VII. Come on, man. Gran Turismo, where it all started with the real driving simulator. Come on, y'all joking. Odd World. Oh my God. The goated game. One of the best looking games on the PS1. Metal Gear Solid. Come on, stop wasting my time. Ape Escape. Come on, stop playing. Psycho Mantis. Boss Fight. What? The greatest. Literally the greatest. I'm about to lose my friggin' mind up in here. The greatest boss fight. All these other boss fights are trash. Psycho Mantis was the man, the myth, the legend. One of the greatest boss fights ever known to man. Every other boss fights are trash. You heard it right here. And obviously we had, PS2, PS3, PS4, and obviously where we are right now. Let's get to the GOAT, the GOAT of all consoles right here, bro. Yes, sir. The legendary PlayStation 2, man. Woo! Let's get it, man. 2000, March 4th, 2000, North America release, October 26, 2000. How can you forget about that? The European release, November 24th, 2000. You're joking if you forgot about this. The PS2 generation included giant steps forward in home console gaming with augmented reality, online multiplayer gaming, and more ambitious, large-scale games on DVD discs. This is crazy, man. Love the PS2, man. Love the stand that came with it. Man, all these other consoles are garbage. You know what I'm saying? All these new age consoles are trash comparing to PS2, bro. Come on, understand that, all right? Represent the PS2. Salute to the PS2. Moments of silence to the GOAT PS2, man. Quick moments of silence. Silence is over. 160. They must be trolling Nintendo on this one. 160 million consoles sold worldwide since the year 2000. Let that sink in. Of the legendary PS2, man. Love that console, man. Oh my God. Man, brings back so much memories of this goated console. You know, from when I started working at Play and Trade to tearing down, you know, the console, repairing it, repairing the disk drive. Because I remember back in the day, the disk drive on the PS2, they would go bad. The lens will go bad after a while. Sometimes the lens needs to be like the track, like the metal. There was two like metal bars on the inside of this area, and we would have to tear down the disk drive, take it out. You know, order one of the lens from Japan or China, and basically, you know, put in a new lens. Sometimes we would have to readjust the lens to get it to read. Some customers will come in, we'll clean the lens for them and see if it's not all the way bad, and then we'll kind of, you know, realign the lens for it to work again. Used to work on PS2s all the time. Plus, behind that power button and that eject button, there was a silver ribbon cable that was attached to the power and eject button. Sometimes that ribbon goes bad after a certain amount of time. So yeah, we would order those from China, from Japan, and replace the ribbon. Love the PS2. I've ripped down this console so many times and put it back together, you know, when I was working at the store, and even when I was not working at the store. You know, the memory card would go bad. The memory card slots will go bad. I would replace those. Man, just kind of just using a spray can or using a vacuum and just kind of vacuum out the console. Kind of sometimes people bring their consoles in to get it cleaned out. So much memories. I can sit here all day long, but this is why when I say I'm not capping, when I say PS2 means a lot to me, because this was my bread and butter in my professional life and in my gaming life. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I used to make money off of PS2s for a living, repairing and doing all sorts of stuff with PS2. So, and even PS1. Love that blue box for the PS2. Oh my God. Emotion Engine, changing the game. Are you kidding me right now? How can y'all not remember this? The Emotion Engine that was in the early edition of the PS3, the fat 20 gig and 60 gig PS3s had, you know, this chip on the board, and man, the CPU, the heart of the PS2, man. Love it, love it, love it, love it. We got some amazing games out of it, man. The DVD age. Oh my God. Yes, sir, man. This was my escape. This was my excuse to get a PS2, because I told my mom, I said, listen, I need a DVD player. And she said, what kind of DVD player you want? I said, it's called PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 sounds like a game console. Nah, it's not a game console. It's a DVD player. And I can play games on it, but it's preferably a DVD player, and I can play music on there. I can drop my music CDs in there and stuff. Man, PS2 was so goated. Ah, man. And obviously you have your different console, variations of it. You had your PS2 Slim back in 04, and, also different colors, of the PS2. And oh my God, Marlon, how can you forget the hard drive, the modem? Yeah. That modem that was bundled with Final Fantasy. How can you forget that, sir? The add-on. Yeah. With the hard drive. Yeah. We remember all that, man. Oh my God. And the insane, man, this generation is a joke comparing to PS2. Look at that. SOCOM, U.S. Navy SEALs. Look at that. Final Fantasy Online. Look at that. Star Wars Battlefront, Tony Hawk. Come on, man. Like, man, listen, bro. Legendary. Oh my God. Let's go. Oh! Come on, talk to me. Load up, baby. Come on. Give it to me. Boom. I thought it was going to do it. I wanted that. Boom. Come on. Where's it at? Oh, man. Come on, Sony. How you not going to do it? Come on. Oh, man. The best console boot up ever made. I mean, look at the iconic PS2 games, man. Jak and Daxter, bro. Something that we talked about on this channel all the time. These legendary IPs, man, that Sony just... I don't know what the heck you're doing, Sony, but I'm going to need for you to wake up. Jak and Daxter, Twisted Metal Black. Are you crazy in your brains? Ico, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, Killzone. Man, this generation is garbage compared to PS2, bro. God of War. Oh my God. Back in 05. Are you kidding me? Goated. You wonder why this console sold as well as it did. Resident Evil 4, Shadow of the Colossus, man. This generation is a freaking joke. Dumpster fire garbage. Now, you talk about PSP, legendary PSP, remember the PSP, me and my brother and stuff like that. We had a strong bond when the PSP, came out and stuff. We would take turns with the PSP and everything. December 11th, 2004 was a Japanese release. March 24th, 2005 was the North America release, and the European release was September 1st, 2005. Legendary. That cross MB, that XMB, 80 million units sold worldwide. DVD movie playback. I remember those UMB discs. You're not fooling me, Sony. MP3 music player, all of that good stuff. The legendary cross MB of the PSP, man. Love it, man. Love everything about this. The volume, the home button. Oh my God. Oh, Sony, you messed up big time, man. The UMD disc. Oh, talk to me, man. The wireless connectivity. Yeah, the wireless connectivity light right there. Oh man. Oh my God. Ape Escape, Metal Gear Peace Walker. Oh, some of y'all don't even remember this stuff. Grand Theft Auto Chinatown, Loco Roco. Man, there's so many games. Man, listen, bro. Let's move on, bro. It's very sad to see it. PS3. Oh, talk to me, baby. PS3. This is when they were still good. 2007, one of the goated systems as well, man. So we have Japanese release November 11, 2006. North America release November 17, 2006. European release March 23rd, 2007. Holy mother of God. Said that the PlayStation 3 era built on the legacy of previous generations with incredible leaps forward in online gaming and digital services. While the arrival of Blu-ray disc games allowed creators to expand their ambitions and build truly immersive game worlds on a grand scale. The legendary PS3. Look how beautiful that console looked. Oh my God, those 4 USB 2.0 ports. Talk to me. Well, obviously, Sony tries to keep 4 USBs on their console still. But my God, the SD card. The SD card hidden over there on the left. You just open that up and... Oh, take me back, please. The chrome on the this side. Nice PS logo. That touch eject button, that touch power button that we had to repair at the store. We had to replace the strip that was underneath the touch eject, and people's disses would be stuck inside the PS3 and we had to replace it. Yeah, I used to work on PS3s. Used to tear them down. Used to use hair dryers to try to heat up the chip and try to get, things working, repace it, all this type of stuff with the yellow light of death. Legendary PS3, man. 60 gig PS3. Goated console. Goated. Everything else right now is not even close. Goated. 87 million across the world, man. PS3 was literally goated. Let's take a look back, man. PS3. It's definitely legendary. Oh, man.
After the massive success of both PlayStation 1 and 2, Sony Computer Entertainment officially announced the groundbreaking PlayStation 3 at the Electronic Entertainment Expo of 2005.
Oh my God.
PlayStation 3 featured a state-of-the-art Blu-ray player, the all-new cell processor, an ultra-powerful graphics chip, a larger hard drive, and HDMI capabilities. The new technology in PlayStation 3 helped developers usher in a new era of deep, immersive, high-definition gaming.
Take me back!
The launch of PS3 also brought with it the launch of the PlayStation Network, which ushered in a new era of connecting gaming and entertainment for PlayStation fans with a massive library of downloadable titles, cloud storage for game saves, and a rollout of apps such as Netflix, YouTube, NFL Sunday Ticket, and more. As well as PS Plus, a subscription service offering gamers free monthly game releases, access to early betas, special discounts, and more. If driving the transition into a digital future wasn't enough, PlayStation 3 also brought with it a new way to play with the Move controller. This unique controller would help offer a new level of motion-controlled gaming never before seen on a PlayStation console.
Oh my God, bro. Wow.
Armed with its innovative technology, its motion-controlled gaming experiences, games such as Uncharted and Little Big Planet, and its deep online network, PlayStation 3 continues to be the go-to destination for games and entertainment.
Oh God, Sony, what are you doing now, Sony? What are you doing, Sony? Come on, man, you were greater than this, bro. PlayStation 2013. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Wow. So good. So good, man. Cross media bar. Oh my God. Oh, stereoscopic 3D, HDMI ready, console variations, PS3 Slim, PS3 Super Slim. I had all them consoles, bro. Blu-ray takes the stage. Oh God, talk to me, man. Talk to me. PS3, glorious startup. Let's go. Oh my God. To this day, bro, I still have this as my countdown for my channel. A lot of people don't even realize or pay attention to it, but I still have the PS3 boot up as my I call it the PS3 wave as my countdown to this day. So good. So good. Oh man, God, I have the chills right now, bro. I just have the chills, man. Sony. That was when you were great. That was when you were great. All these games, I remember all these games. Oh my God. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're cooking now. Now, this is why I'm so irritated with Sony right now. Because it's like, what are you doing? You're dropping the ball. You're missing the point. Look at these phenomenal. This is what solidified the PlayStation 3 as one of the best consoles ever made because of the software. Not even just the hardware, but the software. Look at these highlights, man. MotorStorm showed you what the cell processor could do on the PS3. Resistance show you what the cell processor could do, but also the online strengths of what the PS3 could do. Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, what showed you what the console can do? Are you kidding me right now? Assassin's Creed, oh my God, it's taking me back to the OG Assassin's Creed. All these other Assassin's Creeds are just Little Big Planet, Infamous. Man, Sony playing themselves right now. They're joking. My man Cole McGrath, you know what I'm saying, from Infamous, the original Infamous. Man, Infamous Second Son is not even close to the original Infamous, bro. Are you kidding me? Gran Turismo 5, bro. I still got all these games, bro. Gran Turismo 5 was legendary. I remember buying that. I remember getting that day one, playing Gran Turismo 5 on PS3. Are you kidding me, bro? Come on, you know this. GTA 5, oh my God. Come on, man. Last of Us. Huh? Iconic games. Iconic franchises. Oh, man. PlayStation Store, PlayStation Network, PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Home. Oh, my God. What are we doing what are we doing now in this generation? What a joke. We had PlayStation. I remember I was at E3 2008, E3 2007. And you know, Sony was pushing PlayStation Home. I still have my PlayStation. I have like probably about 5 or 6 different PlayStation Home shirts. I have PlayStation Home vouchers still to this day. I have not thrown them away. No joke. Still have them. You know, man, PS Vita. Oh my God. Oh my PS Vita. It's such a shame. It's a shame. It's a crying shame that PS Vita just did not get the love and appreciation that it deserved. 2011, December 17, 2011, in Japan, and then also in North America, February 22nd, 2012. And also we have European release February 22nd, 2012. So there it is right there. The world is in play. Oh my God. How can you forget about the Vita? I have like 2 different Vitas. I have an overseas orange Vita and I have a black Vita in perfect condition. Haven't touched my Vita in so many years, but I'm never selling it. Never selling my overseas version of the Vita. Sony is playing themselves. Oh man. I remember the launch of the Vita, man. It was so good. It's a shame. OLED display. Talking about LCD display now on the Portal. Sony playing, bro. OLED display. That's why I said the Vita was ahead of its time. Rear touchpad, remote play. What? Man, look at all these legendary games, man. Gravity Rush, you know, Little Big Planet. Come on, man. Soul Sacrifice.
Crazy to see how PSP had a disc in it, bro.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, man. Thank you for the first donation of the show, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. PSP was just so good. And then they had the PS TV launch trailer. I don't know if y'all remember the PlayStation TV back in 2013. So much good history of PlayStation. And let's go to the legendary PlayStation 4. Oh, still got my PS4, man. I got my Pro and I got my base PS5. The legendary. This is a goated generation. I don't care what nobody say about PS4. One of the best. Yeah, PS5 is not even close to PS4 right now. You kidding me? North America release November 15th, 2013. That hits home for me. The year 2013 hits home for me. European release November 29th, 2013. And then the Japanese release was February 22nd, 2014. Says arriving into a more connected online world, PS4 ushered in more social and shareable experiences thanks to the innovations like the DualShock 4 controller, share button, live gameplay streaming. Yeah. And player communities and share play. But social features would be nothing without incredible experiences to share with friends. And fortunately, PS4 had no shortage of games worth showing off. You know what's crazy? People wonder why I love PlayStation. It's because PlayStation was always, just like Nintendo and PlayStation, I will always have more love for than any other console or any other console manufacturer, because PS4 was my start when it comes to streaming. I literally used the PS4 back in 2014 to start. I started streaming back in 2014. And I started to stream without any computer, directly from the PS4. If you go back to some of my older streams, you will see the PS4. I'm streaming from the PS4. And I will always love the PS4. It will always have a special place in my heart, because not only for my professional career, but also for my, just gaming career, period. Just gaming in general, as a gamer. I mean, you talk about games like Ghost of Tsushima, Zero Dawn, Horizon. You're talking about Until Dawn. You're talking about Bloodborne, The Order 1886, Tearaway, No Man's Sky. Legendary console, man. 117 million PS4s were sold. It says that PS4 was the first PlayStation console to launch in North America ahead of the release in Japan, Europe, and the rest of the world. Since then, it has sold over 117 million units. Goated console. Goated. Oh my God. Greatness awaits. Are you kidding me? The Order 1886. Are you kidding me? Oh, Knack. Are you kidding me? Oh, that sounds so familiar. Second Son.
This
my
fast
God.
stuff is gonna come in real handy.
People sleep on Sony they used to destroy Nintendo.
People sleep on Sony they used to destroy Nintendo. Bro, thank you so much, Pierre. Listen, man, goated, bro. Goated.
Let's get lost in it.
Ooh, now we ain't gonna get lost in no copyright now. We ain't gonna get lost in no copyright. But golly, man, PS4 was so good. Care what nobody say about PS4, man. PS4 made my YouTube career. PS4, you hear me? Are y'all hearing me? Wherever you are in the world, PS4, you hear it right here. PS4 made my YouTube career. Oh man, legendary, bro. Legendary.
PlayStation is the GOAT of the game. End of story.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Thank you so much, Ninja. Man, this brings like shiver up my spine right now, bro. Like seeing this, man, almost brings me to tears. You guys have no idea. Why you think I talk about the past so much when it comes to gaming? And we talk about PS4 and PS3 and PS2. You think because I love to talk? No, because that was when Sony was Sony. Now I don't even know what Sony doing now, bro. Like this era of PlayStation was great. Was greatness. Like, I mean, these games were, I can't say the same for everybody. Metal Gear, man, come on. Y'all think this is a game, bro. Kingdom Hearts, all these games, man. Oh my God, bro. Brotherhood, Watch Dogs. What? Man, they don't make games like this no more. And the console was so sleek in the design elements of the console, like well engineered, well made. You know what I mean? Like, man, good old days, man. Good old days. It's such a shame. It's such a shame now. All we getting now is just garbage. You know what I mean? We're not even getting what we used to get, man. We're probably never going to get what we greatness. Oh, let me hear that. Let me hear that. Let me hear that. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me hear that. Oh. Oh, yes, there it is. Talk to me. PlayStation. Oh my God. And let's get to the next one. Let's get to the next one. VR. How can we forget about VR? I would say, my opinion, the catalog of games back in 2016 on PSVR was goated. Goated, in my opinion. I just have some of the best experiences with PSVR, the original PSVR, back in 2014. Obviously, when Sony with the PS4 and everything, and there were so many great games. Like obviously it says right here that PlayStation VR was announced in 2014 and launched 2 years later with the promise of fully immersing players in the worlds like never before. PSVR brought virtual reality experiences to console gamers in extraordinary new ways, transporting them to the top of the Mount Everest and the bottom of the ocean with extraordinary clarity. Can never forget about how good PSVR was. Obviously, the 5.7-inch OLED screen with 1080p resolution and 100-degree field of view LEDs on the actual headset were tracked by PlayStation camera to follow the player's head movement, and also PSVR was compatible with the DualShock 4 and the PlayStation Move controllers. Look, are you kidding me right now? This was one of my favorites on the PSVR was PlayStation VR Worlds. It really showed you what the freaking VR headset could do. Astrobot Rescue Mission was lit. This, man, it's so sad that this studio got shut down, bro. Blood and freaking Truth game. So sad we're not getting a Blood and Truth 2. Beat Saber. Are you kidding me right now? Man, take me back, bro. Take me back. And here we are to this generation, which is underwhelming, if I have to say so. After we just talk about all those great legendary consoles and games in the past, now Sony has to prove themselves. Now in the year 2025, 5 years of the generation of the PlayStation 5, you have to prove yourself, because this is nothing comparing to PS3, PS4, PS3, PS2, and PS1. The Vita, not even close. But here we are with PS5 2020. It says right here that obviously November 12, 2020. Oh, wait a minute. Come on now. Yeah, here we go. So November 12, 2020. In November 2020, in the midst of the global pandemic, PS5 launched to bring play to new levels and unexpected and thrilling ways. From the radical form factor revealed in June of that year of the tactile responsiveness of the DualSense wireless controller that created new experiences in players' hands, and the PS5 console backed all of this up with system architecture that made play faster, more immersive, and more visually stunning than any other PlayStation console before. Obviously, we have Play Has No Limits, and despite the challenges of the global condition, the launch of the PS5 became not only the biggest ever PlayStation launch, but the biggest global console launch in history. Obviously, we had the reveal of the PS5. Oh, I have the chills right now because this was so good. This was so good. Oh my God. I remember this, man. 4 years ago, man. I was still in Virginia, man. I was so hyped. I was so excited. I couldn't wait because I was like 4K at 60 frames, faster load times, better controller experience, and just overall mind-blowing experiences. Oh man, how can we forget? Yes, PS5. Yes, sir. Still have the chills though. Pandemic times are coming back to me. Oh my God. The memories of the pandemic is coming back. Talk to me. Yes, sir. Say what? Really? Nothing but greatness. He said a big tower. Yeah, I remember this, man. I remember this. I remember this. Yeah. Talk to me. What else? Remasters? Too many remasters? Too many remakes? Not enough new games? Yeah, that's the case. But it's all right, though, because we're going in 2025. We're going to keep our eyes on the prize. Come on, Sony. Be along for the ride. That's what they're saying, right? Be along for the ride. Because we're going to blow you guys away. And here we are to stay. PS5 today. Oh, man. Oh, man. I have so much memories right now, bro. Oh, God. DualSense. Oh, one of the best controllers ever made. Yeah, the HD camera, the Pulse 3D wireless headset, the media remote. Oh, man. Oh, God. Yeah. PlayStation. Oh, PlayStation. Yes, sir. Oh, my God, man. And obviously, memories of the pandemic. It was a time. It was a crazy time to be in. First ever in history launching a console in a global pandemic. Yeah, man. PS5 will always have a place in my heart, too. Even though we don't have the fullest potential of the console yet, and we're still waiting on even more and more games to come out for it, but changing the game while PS5 delighted gamers with new experiences that looked, sounded, and felt incredible. It was advanced technology, integrated system architecture under the hood that made this all possible. Obviously, the spectacular visuals at lightning speed, obviously with the SSD, you know, the breathtaking immersion with the adaptive, triggers. And just not only that too, but the haptic feedback, the 3D Tempest 3D audio tech, and the PS4 backwards compatibility, even though I wish that they would have added, full backwards compatibility like the rumors were saying. I mean, PS3 and PS2 and PS1. But hey, we got what we got now. Obviously, the different console variations, the fat OG, man, this is crazy, bro, because time really flies. I can't believe I'm saying OG, but that's where we are right now. But we have the OG PS5, we have the PS5 Slim, and now we have the PS5 Pro, which is just crazy at this point. New sensation with PS5 controllers. Obviously, they have the DualSense wireless controller, then the DualSense Edge, and the Access controller for disabled gamers. Obviously, the iconic PlayStation 5 games. Oh, this is the part right here that means the most to any gamer, to any PlayStation fan. This is what I need y'all to focus on right now. This is not even close to iconic as PS3, PS4, PS2, and PS1. But still phenomenal. I wouldn't say iconic, but phenomenal, right? Obviously, you have Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart really showed you what the PS5 could do. I mean, jaw-dropping visuals, switching between worlds in a split second and a split of a hair. Awesome, awesome stuff. We have Astro Playroom. We have Sackboy Big Adventure, which was really good. Oh my God, the goated game of 2021 and the PS5 generation. Obviously, Returnal. I just finished talking about Returnal. Gran Turismo 7, goated, and obviously one of my personal favorites, God of War Ragnarok. Even though God of War Ragnarok and Gran Turismo 7 was cross-gen, there were still legendary games that help push the PS5 where it is right now. But that's something about Returnal, man. You know, Housemarque, they don't get enough credit. And something about, these were the two games that really showed you what the PS5 could do. You know, Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart. Obviously, we had Horizon Forbidden West and Burning Shores and stuff like that. But yeah, oh, there it is. I just said it. Horizon Forbidden West showed you what the PS5 could do. Even though it was a cross-generation game, and even Burning Shores, I mean, it still looked amazing on the base PS5. Elden Ring, obviously, third-party game. And, you know, Spider-Man 2, don't care what nobody said. Spider-Man 2 looks incredible and really showed you the speed of what the PS5 can do over the PS4. And not only that, I think the visuals are breathtaking on the PS5 as well with Spider-Man 2. So some great games. Obviously, Baldur's Gate 3 here, third-party game. Helldivers 2. Of course, you have to, you know, highlight Helldivers 2. You kidding me? 15 million players. And I believe Baldur's Gate sold, I think, was it 15? How many copies? I think it's 30 million copies. I don't remember. But it sold very well. And an Astrobot as well, which was really, really good. I know a lot of people don't care about Astrobot, but still need to be highlighted as one of Sony's best games that they release this generation. And obviously, you know, PlayStation Studios breaks new ground right here, obviously beginning with the leap from catalogs to PC, like, you know, God of War, you know, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Zero Dawn, and many more are now available to a whole new world of players on the PC platform. So there you guys go on that one. Obviously, the PlayStation Plus getting the upgrade, and obviously we have PlayStation Portal and PlayStation Stars and things of that nature. Oh, don't show it. Oh boy. And the so much potential on the table, PlayStation 5 Pro. That's what I'm going to call it. The so much potential that's left in the tank, PS5 Pro. Yeah, the console that is not getting appreciated right now because it has no place in this generation. It's just one of those things where for some people it can go in the trash can because it's not really blowing them away. And yeah, so we are at the PlayStation 5 Pro. And here we are. And then obviously we have 30 years of PlayStation. And but yeah, the PS5 Pro, obviously, you know, this brings us back to the PS5 Pro main page there. So, you know, if you want to buy the console, and then obviously you have the 30th PlayStation collection there with the PS5 Pro and the Edge and all that good stuff there. 2023 with VR2, which, you know, a lot of people feel like, you know, VR2 needs more games, needs more support. I don't think Sony is really, you know, advertising the machine enough. But hey, it's taking the cues from the PS5 console, immersive and tactile. This was February 22nd, 2023. Immersive and tactile features. This PlayStation's next step into virtual reality came with a redesigned, lighter, and easier to wear headset, thanks to the single cable design and bespoke set of orb-like controllers, and also complete with unique features that gave players a greater sense of immersion in their game world. So this is also another thing that's so much more to be desired. Obviously, Gran Turismo 7 was one of the highlight reels of the headset. And Resident Evil Village, yeah, this had your boy jumping out of my clothes on Resident Evil Village. And I didn't get to try Resident Evil 4 VR mode, but from what I heard that was pretty good too as well. And obviously Dark Pictures Switchback VR. and then Star Wars Tales of the Galaxy Edge. So yeah, guys, that I just wanted to, kind of go over all this stuff to commemorate 30 years of PlayStation. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I do. And that's how much of a dedicated fan I am, like not just as a content creator, but I like to dig deep into things and explain certain things to you guys. So I hope you guys were along with me on the journey of 30 years of PlayStation. Taking that trip down memory lane, I felt like was very iconic and very well overdue. And it really shows you when Sony was Sony and where Sony is today. So let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. What do you guys think? All right, let's go ahead and let's move on. Stop wasting time. We're not done yet. You thought we was done? No, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Now, let's go ahead and let's move on to our next topic. Let's talk about Naughty Dog. Now, this is a situation where I felt like Naughty Dog haven't really shown us anything strong this generation. And obviously, we had The Last of Us Part 2, but that's PS4. And then we had a bunch of remasters and remake. That's it. Nothing brand new really showing us what the PS5 can do. And granted, I would say I'm still mad about, I'm not laughing, I'm being serious. Last of Us Part 2 online. Yeah, there it is. I said it and I'm pissed off. Doggone shame. But let's move on. That's life. Let's talk about what we're actually hearing. So shout outs to Zuby Tech out on Twitter. We got a huge, this gives me hope for Naughty Dog's next game because, hey, from what we're hearing right now, Neil Druckmann is saying that this is the most excited that he has ever been. That gets me excited because I know how ambitious Naughty Dog is and I know how they can utilize hardware. PS5 Pro, Naughty Dog's next game. PlayStation 6, Naughty Dog's next game. You get the picture. Let's go. All right, so here we go. It says studio head and head of creative Naughty Dog, Neil Druckmann, on Naughty Dog's next project. Although he didn't spare any details, Druckmann says he and his team have something big coming on the horizon that marks the most excited he has ever been. End quote. I'm going to quote that again. Most excited he has ever been. End quote. For a project. Now, let that sink in. Let that sink in. Neil Druckmann is saying that this is the most excited that he has ever been when it comes to a project. Let that sink in as a PlayStation fan right now. You could say whatever you want about Last of Us Part 2 story and this and that. And I probably would agree with you in regards to the story and what happened to a beloved character that I do care about. But Last of Us 2 to this day is showing you things that a lot of games is not doing gameplay wise and realism and immersion wise. So I think that's definitely legendary to say the least. And Naughty Dog is definitely a S tier studio. And I know a lot of you guys will talk about the wokeness of these games and Sweet Baby Inc. and this and that and yada, yada, yada. But the truth is, man, can't deny the quality of Naughty Dog's games. So let me know your thoughts in the actual comment section. What do you guys think about Neil Druckmann saying that, hey, something big is on the horizon? Stay tuned. All right, let's go ahead. Let's move on to our next topic at hand. You guys know how we do things here when it comes to PlayStation Plus. Okay, so PlayStation Plus monthly, this is December. And Sony, is trying to continue to add value for a lot of you guys. So let's go ahead here, man, and let's highlight this really, really quickly. Hit that like button for me. Let's see if we can get over 300 likes on today's show. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Let's get it popping, shall we? All right, so as you guys can see here on the PlayStation blog, we have PlayStation Plus monthly games for December. It Takes Two, Aliens, Dark Descent, and Tim. And obviously, Here are the games. Let me know if it's a W or an L. I remember It Takes Two. It's a very fun sort of co-op experience, you know, sort of like on the couch and stuff. And obviously, Aliens, Dark Descent. I don't remember if I even actually played that or not. And obviously Tim. So yeah, let me know if you guys have, you know, generally played or you're interested in playing these games. If it's a W, if it's an L, please put that in there as well. And yeah, that's what we have here. So yeah, let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. All right. Okay, so that concludes the main show. Now we're going to be going into the Q&A. So if you have any questions, any concerns, feel free to ask away. Super chats are welcome. Gifted subs are welcome. It's all optional, but if you do decide to, then you can do so. Thank you so much. All right, so let's get into... I'm doing a pixel refresher on this monitor now. Pixel refresher now. Okay. All right. Q&A. What's going on, Road? What's popping, man? Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I try to do the best I can to make you guys, you know, take your mind off of things or just kind of keep you guys entertained, keep you guys happy, you know, just kind of keep the vibe going. So I appreciate y'all, man. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So I hope you guys spend time with your family. I'll be off tomorrow and, you know, be spending time with my family and stuff like that. So hope you guys are going to do the same thing. And obviously we'll be back with more bangers on Friday. So yeah, appreciate you guys, man. Thank y'all. I say you miss PS5 digital sales. Okay, probably will cover it. I'll probably cover it maybe in another stream or something. Let's see here. The DualSense is amazing. Yeah, it is. I don't care what nobody say about the DualSense, man. Like the immersion, how immersive it feels when you're playing Gran Turismo, when you're pulling the bow with Aloy in, you know, Horizon. I mean, when you're switching between time in Ratchet and Clank, amazing controller, bro. Only thing downside to this thing is I wish that the regular DualSense would be a little bit bigger. And then also the battery on the inside being a bit longer. But other than that, great, phenomenal controller. I said Marlon, PS2 is king of gaming, hands down. Best console ever made. And PS3, yeah, I already said it, man. I already said it, bro. But obviously that's subjective. You know, everybody have their own different opinions on things. So there's that. Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys, man, in advance. Big up yourselves. Happy Thanksgiving, man. Happy Thanksgiving to all you legends out there. I appreciate y'all, man. Yeah. All right, let's get some music going, man. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get over 300 likes. Hey, I found this new beat today. Fire, man. Hey, run it back. Hey, yeah. Q&A time, ladies and gentlemen. Mic check, 1, 2. It said, check your Twitter. Oh, you're talking about, all right, Jason, thank you so much for that. You're talking about this, wait. Wait, hold on. Pause. Hold on. Hold up. Wait, so you're telling me something is going down with Bloodborne? On the 3rd? Well, it's down for maintenance right now, but they're tying Bloodborne's maintenance because it's supposed to be back up on 12/3/2024. And the commercial that Sony showed recently, that people were saying that they're going to have some sort of event on 12/3/2024. That's strange, though. That's strange. I'm not going to say anything. That is strange. I'm not getting my hopes up because I already know. Not going to set myself up. Let's get back to the Q&A. Thank you so much, D Nice. I appreciate you. I'm not going to say nothing. That's all I can say. Not going to say nothing. He says, when you get in that MGN Airlines private jet with the lights, camera, and action with fire on the plates and beats on the seats. Soon. I say, yo, new TGA leaks to be announced. Yeah, hopefully. Man, listen, bro. Listen, run the hype song. All right, hold on. Let me run the hype song. Let me run the hype song then, man. Y'all want the hype song? I'll run the hype song. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit the share out the stream. Listen, bro, that's a coincidence. Now, I'm not saying anything is happening with Bloodborne because every single time we get our hopes up about anything regarding to Bloodborne, and it's just we are just left in the dark. But man, what if stop it, Marlon, stop. Don't what if. Play the hype song. Don't what if. Because I'm, just coming off the heels of all these legendary console. I'm hyped up right now, and I'm literally just wasting my time even getting hype right now for no reason. So it ain't nothing with Bloodborne. I'm not going to think anything. It's just not happening, because if it does, I'm going to lose my mind. And it's not. So calm down, Marlon. Relax. Woo-saw. Deep breath. It's going to be okay.
Hey, this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. If you a Xbox boy, you need to get hype. If you a Nintendo boy, you need to get hype. Get hype, get hype, get hype. If you a Sony pony, giddy up, giddy up. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype, get hype, get hype, get hype, get hype, man. It's about to go down. I said the haters gonna hate.
I said, no say what's on your mind. Do the what if. Man. Okay, do what if. This is off the record, guys. Off the record. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I've learned my lesson when it comes to PlayStation and getting too hype and, just overall, just like setting myself up for failure. I try to help mitigate my mind into thinking differently, but it would be too good to be true if Sony gives us a patch, 60 FPS patch. I don't care about a remaster. I don't care about a remake. Just, bro, we're getting on the 10th year anniversary in March. We're getting on the 10-year anniversary of Bloodborne. Like, like I said, I don't like to speak my mind because I know me, and that is strange because it's down for maintenance, and then the commercial is saying 3/12/2024. Like, the irony of that and all the rumors and stuff like that we've been hearing that Sony might do something on the 3rd of next month to commemorate 30 years of PlayStation, but Bloodborne, man, imagine if we get a 60 FPS update, especially with PS5 Pro. Can you imagine like how huge that would be for PS5 and for PS4? That would be nuts. I mean, PS4, the OG PS5 and the PS5. PS5 Pro. I'm confusing myself. But it's not gonna happen. So it's not gonna happen. It's just a regular maintenance. It's not gonna happen. It's just a regular maintenance. It's not gonna happen. Yeah. So it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening though. Let's go back to the hype song. You guys wanted the hype song. I play the hype song, but I'm done talking about it. It's a waste of time getting my hopes up.
Hey, this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. If you a Xbox boy, you need to get hype. If you a Nintendo boy, you need to get hype. Get hype, get hype, get hype. If you a Sony pony, giddy up, giddy up. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. Get hype, get hype, get hype, get hype, man. It's about to go down. I said the haters gonna hate. They hating on the T-flops. They can't stop us because we got the exclusives, the games, the storytelling, minds blowing. Understand them Xbox boys, they trying to destroy us. Nintendo boys, we still stand tall. Boys in red, you know how we do it. Let's get it on, let's get it popping. And this is why we gotta get hype, man.
Hey. All right, there you guys go, man. Hey. There you guys go. Oh, man. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So the reflections on Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is Chef Kiss. Yeah, man. It is. Says if they bring back all the best generation games back on PS5, that will be hype. Yeah, not happening. Not happening. Pac-Man, what's up, man? Not happening, my brother. Not happening. You know, not happening at all. I can tell y'all that. Not happening. Not happening. Man, I was freestyling to this beat before the stream started. Man, I was going in too. I was going in. You guys know every time I get a new beat, I'm just like already in my head just going. He said there must be a reason that they are not doing anything to Bloodborne. I know. I don't know, man. I've given up hope when it comes to Bloodborne. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, people are theorizing because the maintenance situation going on with Bloodborne and everything, but I don't think there's gonna be nothing. It's a shame, but what are you gonna do? It's a shame. What are you gonna do? Let me go ahead and check the poll here. So we had 478 votes. What's your favorite PlayStation console? PS2. 39% of you guys said PS2. And then PS1, 11%, PS3, 16%, PS4 slash PS5, 34%. Wow. So I tell you guys, man, PS2 was goated. Yeah. This generation, yeah, man. Not even close, bro. Not even close. Say how big is your OLED? It's 55. 55. Any more questions? Any more concerns? Let me know if you have any more questions, any more concerns. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me, guys. Any more questions? I said this generation had a faster start. I don't know, man. This generation, Yeah. So did you see the breaking news? Elon Musk says he's buying Sony. Not he wants to buy them, but he is buying Sony. It's on YouTube and he says it on video. That's just crazy. Yeah, not happening, bro. Not happening. Sony is not for sale. It ain't happening. I could tell y'all that 100%. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Sony is not for sale. Not happening. Sony ain't for sale. That I can assure you. Not for sale. Not for sale. But on that note, guys, that's gonna do it for today. Make sure, let me pause the music real quick. Make sure that's gonna do it for today, guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Thank y'all so much for being here today. Thank you guys so much for hitting the like button. Those of you who donated today, thank you so much. It definitely does help out our show so that we can continue to do our shows. And enjoy your Thanksgiving, man. Thanksgiving is all about togetherness. Thanksgiving is all about giving thanks for your life, for your family, for your wives, your husband, whatever the case may be. And yeah, just hug somebody while you're eating tomorrow and tell them you love them. Forgive somebody if you haven't already forgiven them. And yeah, man, just enjoy your Thanksgiving, man, with your family and friends and your loved ones. And I'll see you guys Friday. We'll be back here Friday with more bangers for you guys. And we'll see what we have in the tank left for y'all. But make sure you guys hit the like button. Let's see if we could get over 300 likes on today's show. If you did enjoy today's show, subscribe, tell a friend about the channel, and peace. We out, man. Love you guys.